Uh-oh. Oh, we got caught stealing. Damn it, step over here. Step away, step away. We're gonna fire on this guy, but just from over here. Oh, it's done. It's done. I guess they don't really need us to defend them as much as I thought they might. All right, we are back in Kenshi with Quill and Temperance and their team. In the last episode, these guys set up a small camp just outside of the Tech Hunter-controlled Waystation, which is inside of the United Cities-controlled region of the Hook. They set up this small camp so that they could research some of the artifacts that they've been finding. I'm sure they've been taking notes as they've been going along, and they just took a minute to kind of collect their thoughts and reflect upon what they've learned, which has been great because they've already learned a bunch of stuff. They've learned trapping, which is fantastic. They've also learned a little bit about woodworking and camping in general, which is fantastic. But in today's episode, I think we're going to take a little bit of a bigger step. I think we're going to take a step that is pretty much all but guaranteed to complicate things for this team narratively. I think what we're going to do is we're going to buy that property that is inside of the Waystation. So let's talk about that for a minute. It is in no way going to necessarily mechanically complicate things for the team. I can just go buy that building, and that's fantastic. We can set up a research bench in there. We can put some storage in there. That means we'll be able to store food. We can do some more advanced research. All things I'm sure this team wants to do. But, you know, as I've mentioned before, I try to play this game kind of with a narrative focus, you know, lightly. I'm a human being. I'm going to get caught up, certainly, in trying to accomplish goals here and there. But generally, I've mentioned this before, I try to roleplay it narratively, which doesn't mean like I do voices for the characters, but more specifically for me, what I like to do is reflect upon the last time I played, anytime I sit down to play. And I've just been thinking about these guys as I'm getting ready to play today, and just imagining they're sitting around this campfire. They've learned animal trapping, they've set up some traps, they've got their little campsite set up here, and they're probably all just gathered around the campfire, just sitting here, you know, saying they're dreaming of becoming tech hunters. They've been kind of pulling at this thread for a little while. They're not, I've been calling them kind of like wannabe tech hunters. They're certainly not officially tech hunters, and while the game doesn't necessarily afford that mechanically, I do have a mod that will allow that for us later on in the game. But narratively, it seems like something that they've been kind of pulling at. They've been traveling the expanse of the southwestern region of the map and seeing everything the United Cities has to offer in this area, which is really a lot of atrocity. It's not the worst of what you can see in Kenshi for sure, but, you know, they've seen that they allow manhunters to take up residence here. There's a slave market here. And they've also seen that the United Cities doesn't just turn a blind eye to slavery, they actively participate in it. And while the tech hunters don't necessarily oppose that outright, they don't seem to be getting involved. And these guys certainly, like I said, they've been adventuring, they've been considering themselves probably wannabe tech hunters, and they've seen that that's kind of fruitful. Getting out, adventuring, discovering old technology, researching it, they're finding that probably to be the most fruitful thing. And I think I talked about this in the last episode, but what a better way to indicate to a group that you want to support their cause than to take up residence with them and literally physically support them. But like I said, this is without a doubt, going to complicate things. Not mechanically, just narratively, and I will 100% be compelled to let it and encourage it to complicate things, which is going to make things a little difficult. So, we've already seen at this Waystation rebel farmers attack the gates. We've also seen evidence of the United Cities attacking this Waystation. Now, you've played this game before, you know that if I go by this building, I don't have to get involved in any of that. There's nothing mechanically that's going to compel me to do that. And I think that if this was a big city, we could just say, there's kind of a narrative contrivance of like, oh, we're just citizens, you know. But this isn't a city, it's a Waystation. There's 2 other buildings here. If we buy this building and it gets attacked by rebel farmers, which it's going to, like literally I'm going to buy the building and while we're repairing it, I guarantee it's going to get attacked by something. I feel like this team is going to be compelled to defend this Waystation. This literally is that narrative moment where they signal to the tech hunters, which like I said, doesn't have any mechanical purpose. It means nothing to the game. But narratively, I feel like this is that moment where they're saying, we're tech hunters. Hasn't happened yet, we gotta go buy the building. Like I said, I know enough about this game to know that the second I do, this Waystation's gonna become the hottest property in all of the land, and it's going to get attacked regularly. But, you know, the rebel farmers have been attacking us every time they see us, even though we have 0 relations, it's just kind of what they do. But I think this team probably feels a little sympathetic towards their plight not necessarily their cause, but they're starving farmers who are rebelling against the United Cities. And I don't think they want to make enemies out of them, but they're going to be kind of forced to if we end up having to defend this place against, for example, rebel farmers. And we've already seen United Cities, what looked like a United Cities patrol. There was people in heavy armor inside of the Waystation in one of these episodes with bounties, and they were from the United Cities. And if we have to defend this place against the United Cities, that is going to get very sticky very fast. Like, I might buy this and then have to abandon it immediately, but that's what's been kind of on my mind. Like I said, I like to reflect on the last time I played and kind of everything that I've been doing anytime I sit down to play. And this seems like a big step, so I've been thinking about it a little bit before I recorded today. But I think that's what these guys have to do. Like I said, I think they're probably sitting around the campfire going, you know, there's Karthikeyan, Tatsuya, and Shimazu. We're kind of, it seems like we're making that split where we're going to leave them to be the camp team and the other team will be the scout team, which really helps with recording Let's Plays. You can keep things exciting and active. I can leave one team to do research while somebody else does something we can enjoy watching. But I'd imagine these guys are kind of sitting around the campfire going like, you know, so what's going to happen? You're going to leave and go scouting for a week, a month, and just leave us out at the side of a Waystation with the instructions to just go hide in the bar if things get bad? Like, no, like, we got to buy this place. Like, we spend a ton of money on legs and arms and weapons and all sorts of stuff. Like, we have to do this, so I think that's what we're going to do. And I think we are ready to jump in. It's still pretty early in the morning. Let's take a look at these guys. Everybody's sitting down so that they don't burn through their caloric intake. What are you doing, Shimazu? You're hauling? That's fine. You're chopping wood. We're going to set all this stuff up. You know what we'll do, actually? Before we go anywhere, we'll take Tetsuya. And we're going to set him to process food. He can start working as soon as these traps start becoming fruitful. He can start processing the animals that we have captured. So he probably won't do anything right now. He will not. I'm not going to worry about it too much. Let's check the AI. Will he sit when idle? He will. We're going to take off ditch items. I don't want that on. If we're going to buy a place, I will for sure build storage. And building storage and having ditch items on is a bit of a pain in the butt. I might talk about that a little bit more when we actually build something for people who are new to the game. Talk about some of the stuff that I've run into in the past. But for now, I'm just going to turn that off, and we're going to get this team up and ready to go. I'm just taking a peek around on the horizon, make sure these guys are good. I'm going to unpause the game real quick before we walk away from here. Make sure they're okay, and it seems like they are. I'm not going to worry about them being too efficient for right now. They can stand around doing nothing for a bit. They've earned it for sure. The camp team. You know what? Let's also rename this squad. We're no longer lost. We'll call them the camp team. Might change that. For now, it's a camp. But we're going to get ourselves into this Waystation. And we're going to buy this building. And then we're going to see what it's going to need to get fully repaired. And then see if we can build a research bench inside of it. Because now that we know trapping, one thing we do need to know is storage. And we need a research bench, level 1 interior research bench to learn. Ooh, empty grog can. Grabbing that. I need that. Yeah, we need an interior research bench, level 1, so that we can store food. And then that is good too, because we'll have this building we can store food inside. Which, technically, mechanically, I'm going to have to. If you put storage outside, we'd have to build it very far away from this Waystation, and it would make an outpost that could get raided. But I think narratively, these guys are probably, you know, aware of the idea that if they store a bunch of cooked food, they're going to attract animals, they're going to attract starving bandits and rebel farmers, so it's best to just keep your storage inside. These guys make their way in, take a look at this place. Let's see here. 4,800 cats. We've got 9,722 cats. An old storm house owned by the Waystation. And I think we're going to do it. I think we're going to do it. We're doing it. Done. Did it. We've purchased the building. Can we... Okay, cool. Can we repair it without having to buy anything first? It seems like we can. We need... Oh... Goodness gracious, a whole bunch of building materials. Ugh. All right. Did I just close that door? Open that door. All right. Let's go see how many building materials we can get. This This is a mechanical shop, right? Yeah, I think he did have building materials. Hopefully he's got a whole bunch. We're just gonna clean him out. Ichimura, looking for something? I guess I'm gonna come behind and say hello to you. Let's do business. What do you got? 11. All right, we're gonna get all of these building materials because we actually, I think I need exactly 11. I don't remember how much it said I needed. I think I need 11. We're just gonna get them all. Damn it, you take the last one. It leaves me with 1,000 cats. We got a couple things we can sell. We don't need all those animal skins. I guess we could sell this shawl. I'm not super fond of the idea, but so be it. Anything else? No, we're going to hold on to all this stuff. All right. Let's take everybody... Whoops. Let's take everybody back over here and start building this storm house. And who was doing the... Oh, goodness gracious. Shigaro running through here. Let's have Tetsuya come help build. Maybe if I move that to the top. He might have too much stuff going on. We're going to take off staying close to Karthikeyan on both of them. All right, beautiful. He just had too many jobs. He is going on his own to go build that building. That is fantastic. How are we doing here? Nice. All right. I want to build a research bench, which means I'm going to need more building materials, which means we should probably take a trip to Clownsteady while it is daylight. We're going to help Tetsuya get this built, and then we will head off to Clownsteady. And we're just going to hope for the best here. I'd love to close this gate. Can I close this on my own? No. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. There's a whole host of rebel farmers here. Oh, my God. All right, Tetsuya, you stay where you are. All right, these guys are going to go. They're going to run into the waste. Damn it. This is... Oh, Jesus. Someone was very close. Looks like he's running away. That's okay. Tetsuya, I'm going to grab you and tell you to stop. Alright. These guys are going to run into the Waystation. I think the actual rebel farmers are giving up on the idea. I think they're giving up on the idea of hurting us. Let's take a look. It does indeed look like the rebel farmers have thought better of it, which is good. Maybe they saw how quickly these guys chickened out and were like, okay. Shimazu, I don't need 2 people on trees, so why don't you operate the other bat rat cutting station? And let's see, will you do that? Is there... Do we have bat rats yet? No, we don't. We do not. Alright, that's fine. Why don't you just hang out? That's okay. Alright, crisis averted. The rebel farmers thought better of it. No, they did not. Let's see. Who is it? Oh my goodness, what are you doing? Who are you? Rebel farmer. Alright. Shimazu, just deal with him. Shimazu, get loaded. Shimazu, move. Jesus Christ. Come on, Shimazu. Drop him. Nice! Oh, god damn it. God damn, these crossbows are crazy. Look at that. Alright. I don't want to take your weapons off you because you're just going to die out here. Let's just make sure no one else is coming towards us. And we are going to heal this idiot. Ugh. See, we're already getting interrupted. I said, oh, you guys. These rebel farmers are going to go attack the Waystation. They're either going to attack the Waystation or us. I literally said, if I buy this house, if I buy this building in the Waystation, it is going to become the most populous place on Earth. And these rebel farmers are making their way towards the Waystation. I guarantee they're going to attack. We're going to heal this guy. We're going to move him away from our camp here. We're just going to get him out of the way. We're just going to drop this guy off somewhere away from us. Just get him out of the way. Somewhere about here seems good. Here, we'll put him down right here. As kind as we can be. Shimazu, why don't you go back by Karthikeyan? And let's see. Oh, Jesus Christ. What is happening? What did I tell you? What did I tell you? They literally made it in here. They literally came to attack this place. Oh, my goodness. All right. All right, see, and this is exactly like I said. We are under no obligation to attack them. They're not attacking us. And they are not hostile towards us. At all. They're still 0 towards us. But I do indeed believe that we have to defend. We have to defend what is now our home. They have to. These are tech hunters, right? Yeah, they're tech hunters. We gotta do this. We also have to get these tech hunter uniforms. Look at that. Gotta get some of that. Alright. We're gonna lay in. Quill, you attack. Temperance, you step out over here. And you attack. And Hammett, you do the same. Attack this guy. Quill and Temperance, why don't you come to the front gate and help out? I suppose we can look on the bright side. These guys needed experience anyway before they head out into the farther into the wilds. But so be it. All right, let's take the opportunity to first aid some tech hunters who might be in need of first aiding, and then we're gonna go one step further and we're gonna get these guys the hell out of here, which is gonna be a bit of a pain in my butt. We can't. There is no job for us to throw out of town. But I want to get these guys out of here so this is not a full-on war zone for me for the rest of my life. I'm hearing people shooting harpoons. Ugh. These guys are going to be getting up every 5 seconds. Alright. Let's get everybody back down. Our house is being built. Great. Good. We'll let the building get built, and we'll take Temperance. Why don't you start tossing these guys outside? We're just going to do this by hand. I don't have the throw out of town job, but there's not much I can do here. Are you okay? Yeah, you're fine. Ooh, I see a crossbow. I'm taking that. Hold on, Temperance. We're taking that crossbow for sure. You know, we did just actually also spend all this money. We could take their weapons off them, which probably would help. It would help this Waystation to make sure these guys aren't armed out here. So I suppose we'll round everybody up. We'll take the weapons off of them, disarm them, and throw them outside. I'm sure I'll cut most of this out because it is going to be a slog. And we're going to help the tech hunters anytime we can. How do they feel about us? They like us a little bit. Nice. Nice. Oh, this guy had meat. What do you have meat for? Why do you have meat? That was interesting. Very interesting. The storm house is complete. Nice. There are no more building materials, so I can't build a workbench. But what I can do is I can pick this guy up, and Temperance can pick this guy up, and Hammett can pick this guy up, and we can get these guys the heck out of here. We're just going to take them outside, drop them on the floor just out here. Right there's good. It is not a guarantee that the guards in this Waystation will throw the intruders out, so just what little bit of help we can offer, making this less of a nightmare. Alright, let's head in here, and let's see that the camp is getting attacked. This is instantaneously the most popular place ever. I don't see anything. Oh, I see some movement. The rebel farmer following his leader. I think these guys are okay. We're going to head back to the scout team, and we're just going to do a couple of things in here if we can. We're going to put some lights in here. Let's put some lights at the front door. And on the roof. And we will put a research bench in here. There's just not much we can do until... Yeah, we'll put a research bench in here. We just can't build it until we get some building materials. So we'll go to Clownsteady. What time is it? We'll find out in a second. Alright, let's get these guys ready to head over to Clownsteady. We're just going to make sure everybody's okay. I'm going to check on the camp team one more time. And I want to make sure we have enough wood sticks. We have none. Alright, good. Shimazu, you are not hauling... We still don't have bat rats. Alright, it's going to be a little while before we see bat rats, so let's have him... We will have him instead use this chopping stump for a little bit. Before we head off to Clownsteady, we do have all this stuff we just picked off all these rebel farmers. I just did another round real quick, made sure we got everything of any value off of them. And we're going to sell all this stuff real quick. Then, we're going to head to Clownsteady. And we're going to buy... We're just taking a look at these guys, making sure they're all healed up. We're going to buy some building materials. We'll see what else they have there as well. Let's see if they have... I always like to check the Traveler's Goods store to see if they have maps. Alright, buy all this junk off of me, please. Thank you. Alright, one more thing before we head to Clownsteady. It is still kind of early, too, which is good. As we see someone say, "Thought you could get away, Chumbo." Who's saying that? Let's make sure they're not walking towards our camp. Oh, Jesus. Slave traders. Alright, well, I don't love it, but... It is what it is. If they're not attacking the Waystation, we'll leave it. I'm not trying to make enemies with everybody. I think this is a good lesson for Hammett as well. I think these guys have certainly seen that the... I always like to say the tech hunters kind of blend in. They don't get involved. They just let whatever's happening happen, and they don't take a side. Just like the path of least resistance to make sure that they can get done whatever it is they're trying to get done. I don't know that these guys know this, but I'm sure if you played this game before, I certainly know this, and if you played this game before, you know this as well. That if you go far enough into the north in Holy Nation territory, you can find a place where tech hunters are pretending to worship Akron and pretending to abhor tech. Quite literally just blending in. Like I said, tech hunters blend in. It was a good lesson for Hammett. Yes, we're seeing people be turned into slaves. Yes, they are rebel farmers, but think about the long term. There's more good we can do if we're alive. All right, I came back down here because before we head off to Clownsteady, I would like to have Hammett trade the springbat with this toothpick. We're going to have the away team, the scouting team, carry the long-range weapons. I mentioned, I think in the last episode, I wanted him to have a similar range as us, and it's much less important for these guys to have a similar range. Especially, like, probably even having close range is good for them, because they're going to get ambushed if they're out here. And they're going to continue working out here, even if we build up that spot inside of the Waystation. Alright, Hammett's got the long-range crossbow. These guys have sold off all the junk they picked up. It seems like it's safe. I'm sure they feel a little apprehensive about leaving the team, but it's not like you can wait around for things to be perfect, because they're never going to be perfect. They're burning daylight, and it's important that they come back here with supplies. The necessary supplies, so... We're going to head over to Clownsteady. We're going to pick up building supplies, and, I think I need other stuff, too. Oh, Jesus. Very scary. Don't be running around, slave traders. Make me nervous. As bad as that is, which it is bad, I don't love seeing rebel farmers being turned into slaves. It's also kind of good, because now they can't get up and attack us. It's also kind of good because we stripped them of their gear, which means they have no way to defend themselves now. We really made their life as tough as possible for them. Alright, we have to get across the river, which is down here. Beautiful. Hammett says, can't wait for this day to be over. Yeah, it has been a little action-packed. It's been simple, but it's been action-packed. We are running. We'll start sprinting. Something's got him on edge. We're going to let him sprint. We don't know what it is that's got him nervous, but we're going to let him sprint. We're going to get across the river, and we're going to stop right here and let Hammett catch up. We're just going to take a look. Actually, he slowed down. He's fine. Oh. I don't think these guys know. Alright, I think I know what's happening, but we're going to stick with these guys. Alright, I think the slave traders are making a nuisance of themselves in the Waystation, but we're going to leave it for now. I think the scout team is sufficiently far away that they don't know what's going on there. And they have no way to communicate with the home team, so there's no way for them to know this. It's just something for them to come back and Hammett to see. Good. It looks like there's some dead slave traders here. I'm sure he'll be happy to see it. But we are not going to turn around because there's really no way for these guys to have known what was happening. Man, what a morning for these guys. I knew. I'm like, if we buy this building, it's going to be rebel farmers. I actually thought, I was like, you know, we're going to find out for sure if United Cities are going to attack this place. It's like, that's what's going to happen. The worst possible thing. Like, the luck of these guys would be the worst possible thing. Although, I guess that's not really accurate. They've been very lucky. They've been very, very, very lucky. The luck of these guys probably would have been that they make a long-lasting peace with all those who might wage war against the Waystation. And we hear the hustle and bustle of Clownsteady as we approach the front gates. We are going to have to hope beyond hope that we don't get shaken down. I'm a little nervous about that. We don't have the money for it. We're going to try to head straight in and just pray, 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 hope, hope, hope. Guard says nothing. Now all we have to do is get out. All we have to do is be able to get the heck out of here. We shall see. I don't think we have the money for maps, so we're just going to go in the general store. I would love to buy some, but we are going to buy instead. You don't have much for building materials, huh? Alright, that's fine. I'll take them all. I'm going to take all your building materials. Alright, we don't have enough money to get shaken down at the front gates, and we don't have enough money to deal with any problems that might pop up. And sometimes maps are $500, so in for a penny, in for a pound. There's a bed out here. Interesting. We're gonna go into the travel gear store, which is right here. And if they've got a 500 cat map, we're gonna buy it. We have no money anyway. Show me what you got. Do you have any new maps? You have 1,000 cat map, 1,000 cat map, and 100 cat map. Interesting. I'm definitely gonna get that done. Alright, before we head back, let's get ourselves set up here. And let's take a look at this map. A Tech Hunter library map, a hand-drawn map marking a location of interest to the Tech Hunters. It's likely to be an old world information source that could reveal the location of labs. And let's see what we got. Ooh, not too far away in the grand scheme of things. It's not the closest thing I've ever seen, but that is very interesting. That is fascinating. We keep finding them on rivers, and that's not anything that I've ever paid attention to before because I could just click on the map. Why would I ever pay attention to exactly where the old ruin is? That is so very interesting. So we made it as far out as here, and about here, I think we went into Watcher's Rim. We could, that is a trek. I'll tell you what would be an interesting thing to do. I don't know about going into that ancient tech lab. I don't know that these guys have the bravery for that, even though you could definitely cheese your way through that. I would imagine these guys probably are, with a little bit more practice with their crossbows, they're probably at some point going to consider heading back to the ruins that were out here that were surrounded by blood spiders. Might be interesting to take the group out here, maybe set up at the outpost, run across and pot shot some blood spiders. Something to think about. Something to think about. But for now, we're going to get back to the team, which is good because I grabbed the wrong bow for him. I meant to grab an old world bow, and I grabbed a spring bat by accident. So we're going to get back to the team, trade out for the appropriate bow in case we got to do any further trekking out into the wilds. Got to find the front gate first. And we should be able to make it back by nightfall, and hopefully we do not get stopped at the gates. If we do, we're just going to have to run. We're going to give them a spot way out there, and we're not going to stop for nothing. Do not. You must be here to trade goods. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, good. We did not get shaken down. Let's get ourselves back to the Waystation. We can build a research bench and maybe, just maybe, some food storage. That'll really change things for us, which will be good. It's going to be a little dicey, though. It's tough to get auto jobs functioning with this mod particularly, but also inside of and outside of cities, I have found. It can be a little dicey, but we'll see what they do. If I got to babysit them every once in a while, so be it. As long as they have a place to store their food. All right, we got to get a look at the horizon. I've never really cared about finding my way back to the Waystation out of the front of Clownsteady, but it looks like it's going to be nice and easy. And give him a click point there. We're going to let him do that, and we're going to check in with the camp team. We've got sticks being made, which is great. What's Shimazu doing? He's chopping the sticks. What's Tetsuya doing? Nothing. Oh. What do we got? Indeed, slave traders. And rebel farmers who have been taken slave. And, let's see much else. Alright. Shimazu. Up to the, whoops, not Shimazu. Not you, Shimazu. Tetsuya. Up to the battlements. Oh, Jesus, there we go. Who is it? Rebel farmers? Tetsuya, just get up on the battlements for now. I do not love what's happening here. The tech hunters are clearly defending themselves. Ah! Oh, God! The tech hunters are defending themselves against United Cities. All right. Oh my God, look at this pile of... Oh, Jesus. All right. Tetsuya, you are not a fighter. First thing you're going to do is you're going to first aid this tech hunter. If you can get that done, he's going to lay in. He's going to lay in, and we're going to get the scout team back here. And the scout team 100% is going to lay in if they get back here in time. Who is this? A tech hunter. All right. We're going to get the scout team right back here. They know they're coming back to the Waystation, so... Tetsuya knows he's a healer. It looks like the guards have it under control somewhat. Oh, and he sees a bone dog fall. He might go help with that. And this is officially a mess now. This is a mess. There are multiple United Cities guards in here. Multiple. All right, we're gonna strip the United Cities for sure. For sure, 100%. But I will say, I'm seeing a bunch of United Cities bounty in the United Cities. That's an interesting wrinkle. Very interesting. I wonder if that actually is feasible. But it's not going to matter. I'm wondering aloud, kind of rhetorically, if you actually could turn in the United Cities guards at the United Cities. But we're going to leave them because I don't think this team is going to be wanting to participate in what ultimately is just convoluted slavery. Turning someone into the police at the United Cities is just as good as turning them into a slave, I think, as far as these guys believe. Let's let him do that, and oh, I think he actually just got done. I'm gonna check back in on him. He did just get done. He's gonna worry himself mostly with healing tech hunters that might need it. I don't have a med kit. Why don't you pick one up? Someone's got a med kit here. All right. We're going to let him do that. Check in on the scout team. What in the heck? Oh, they ran ahead. All right. Temperance and Hammett couldn't wait. They ran ahead. Quill's going to catch up in a second. Temperance, why don't you butcher this bone dog? And oh my goodness. Let's get Quill up here. He's taking his sweet time. We'll get Quill up here. We'll get the workbench underway, and then we're gonna strip these guys. The United Cities for sure. For sure, we're stripping the United Cities. They've got valuable gear. Probably these slave traders too. There is a part of me, and I did this in the last series, that the idea of like turning a slave trader into a slave feels like some kind of poetic justice, but I don't know that these guys are gonna get themselves involved in it at this stage. I strongly do believe in the age-old adage, you either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. And really the idea there, as far as I perceive it in dealing with Kenshi, is, you know, the longer you play this game, the more complex things you have to worry about, and the less important things like your morals and values actually matter in comparison to having to deal with, like, your hundreds of people at your base dying. You want to make sure they all live, so you kind of turn a blind eye to your morals at some point. But I don't think they're there yet. I don't think this team is there. All right, we're going to first make sure that we're building this research bench, and then the rest of the team is going to strip any United Cities guards that have attacked this place for sure. And it's going to leave us with a little bit of pause about leaving these guys here. I mean, these guys, we're leaving the non-fighters here. They're certainly able to take care of themselves, but they're not fighters. They're not fighters. We're going to have Hammett trade with Carthaginian while we're dealing with this. I want that, I want him using that long-range old world bow. We'll stick with him for a second. We'll see what's going on down at the actual camp. This is becoming much more of a clusterfuck than I expected. I knew it was going to be one. I knew it was going to be one. But, I'm not upset about that. Rhetorically, it's a clusterfuck. It's fun and exciting. These guys are starting to take a stand, starting to take a side. It'll be interesting to see where that goes. All right, you take that, and you give me that. And, do we need anything else from over here? Who has the meat? Damn it, Will has the meat. You have to be able to haul... You do! Go get a bat rat, Shamazo. I want to watch him do this. Can you please go get a bat rat? Get one. Do it. Sometimes with these modded, food sources, this mod particularly, they don't love the jobs. Sometimes they could be getting out of range. Where's our other trap? Somewhere over here. Oh, it's over here. It could be out of range. Every once in a while, they'll like spring into action with weird things like this, but a lot of times they'll just ignore it. But either way, Come on, Shimazu. Alright, Shimazu's got bat rats. I just want to watch him get started. There he goes. Nice. Alright. I'm going to check back in with Hammett. Oh, nice. Nice. Tetsuya, why don't you stay up here? Tetsuya, let's do this. Let's move you to the back of the squad so I don't confuse you. And let's have him do some research. What do we got for free? There's probably a few things we can just get done. Merc armor? Sure. Food storage. That is exactly what we're looking for. In fact, I'm going to cancel that Merc armor because I want that first. All right, nice. Tetsuya is underway researching some food storage, and as if on cue, just in time, we hear someone fighting outside. We're going to have the team rush out and properly defend this place. Let's take a look. What do we see? Let's get out to the front of the building. What do we see, Quill? I don't see anything up there. It's up here. Alright. Oh, Jesus. Alright, here we go. We're gonna lay in and make some enemies. This is not ideal, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna bring just Quill up here. Oh, I think Quill just lucked out. Quill just lucked out. Quill was going to take the first shot. I was going to say, if someone is going to make an enemy for them... Oh my god, he's in mid-fall. I was going to say, if someone's going to make an enemy for this team, Quill will be the one to do it. But I think he just lucked out because someone else dropped them. Alright, well then, you know what then? We're going to take that opportunity to strip everybody here. And, oh, look at that. That is very interesting. Oh, it's a faction uniform. We are not going to be, dressing up in other people's faction uniforms. We will take their stuff, though. Let's have Quill head into the mechanical shop before it closes, because we've got too much stuff on us already. Oh, don't you dare. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Who are you? Rebel Farmer. There's no way of knowing. I need to be able to shop in this mechanical shop. Alright. Temperance, come unlock this guy's shackles. Hammett, you can get some practice too. Quill, why don't you take some of this stuff into the bar? I'm just going to make sure we don't see Ichimura. Alright, we found Ichimura. They're heading back to the shop. It might just be too late. That's fine. At least they're not dead. I was very worried for a second. I was like, that's not going to be good. We're really going to have to defend this place within an inch of our life. We're going to have to. I'm going to spend a minute stripping all these United Cities guys and see if we can make some money out of the deal. We most certainly can. They have some very interesting armor, but it's faction uniform, and I'm not going to be wearing other people's faction stuff. Really kind of a bummer, because they do have interesting stuff. But we're going to make sure these guys don't have weapons if they get up. I don't know that I'm going to take the time to move all these guys out of this place, because that would be a pain in the butt. But we'll make sure they don't have weapons. And we will free the slaves. Oh, interesting. Look at that. A very nice katana. Consider that the spoils of war, my friend. We will take their weapons. My goodness, God, they have really good armor. Jesus. It's too heavy for these guys, but still. We'll sell it and we'll make some money. That's going to be good. Uh-oh. Oh, we got caught stealing. Damn it, step over here. Step away, step away. We're gonna fire on this guy, but just from over here. Oh, it's done. It's done. I guess they don't really need us to defend them as much as I thought they might. Alright, Quill has just started to tangle with somebody. I don't know who. Alright, the whole scout team is interested in fighting someone. Ah, there we go. A thieving worm. Alright, Quill. Deal with it. This is why we take their weapons off them. Nice. Good job. I don't know if that was us or the harpooner up there, but either way. Either way. Let's see if Ichimura made it back into the shop. Oh, you did indeed. Thank you, Ichimura, for not... Oh, Jesus. Hold on a second. Oh, my goodness. No. We're gonna... Wait, who was hurt? Oh, okay. Must have been the last person I clicked on. Alright, I thought Ichimura was really, really hurt, but they are not. They're just fine. We're gonna talk with them. Sell all this junk. We're probably gonna strip more stuff. Sell that as well. Consider it our payment for removing the weapons off of these guys, and a pledge to dive in and help fight whenever possible. Alright, we stripped all of the United Cities. We're just going to unlock the rest of these guys' shackles. Why don't you guys lay in and get a little experience as well? We're going to unlock these shackles, and we're going to run down to the camp. Oh. What's happening? Oh, Jesus. Alright. Quill, step up. We're gonna... Every time we go to help. Let's get the weapons off these guys. It's the least we can do. Everyone's got their shackles unlocked, and everybody is stripped of a weapon. But if I can, before it gets dark, I really would like to go grab some wood sticks so we can make some more lights in this house. We've got about an hour until food storage is done being researched, and then we can see if we are able to set up food to be self-sufficient. Alright, it's way too chaotic in the Waystation for us to wait until the appropriate moment. We're just going to head down right now while we can grab some supplies so we can build some more lights inside of the building we purchased. Oh, and see how these guys are doing down here as well. Make sure these guys are okay. And it looks like Shimazu gave up on cutting meat. He did, but that's because, Shimazu, why don't you also fall to this inventory and use this? And we will put that just under cutting up the meat, and let's see if he'll do it. Will he do it? He might not. Let's fill his inventory. There you go. There you go. Alright, good. Good, good, good. Oh, nice. Food storage research is done. Yeah, it's a little noodly dealing with a base that is not yours getting attacked, because I can't give the team the throw out of town job. So those guys are just going to keep getting up. Let's see, how do they feel about us? United City still likes us a little bit. Traders Guild still likes us a little, doesn't care about us. The slave traders don't care about us. Slave hunters don't care about us. Good. We have no bounties. We've committed no crimes. The crimes we have committed are just in the eyes of the slave traders that are here. Good. Self-defense. Alright, one more time back into the mechanical shop. We gotta get rid of all this junk in our inventory. Oh my goodness, why is everybody on edge? Everybody calm down. It's done. Oh geez, that's why you're on edge. What is this crap? Someone I've clearly stripped. What did you came in here just to fight somebody? Oh, boy. Damn it, why don't you pick that guy up? We'll deal with that in a second. You know, I'll tell you, kind of hilariously, I think these guys are finding that, stripping bodies is just as lucrative as big grand adventures. But big grand adventures are much more fun, so. Oh my goodness, I am already hearing harpoons firing again. I just wanted to give Tetsuya some food because he's up here all by himself. We're gonna get some food storage going. That was the thing I was gonna do next, but I've got Temperance and Hammond unlocking the last of the shackles, which they just did. And I heard someone fighting. It looks like it is United City's getting up. It is. United City's half-nude getting up. We're gonna... Ooh, this guy might be actually overwhelmed here. Let's let Temperance lay in. Temperance, you help out. Nice. Good stuff, Temperance. How do slave traders feel about us now? Still 0. Good. Good, good, good. Good, good, good. Alright. Everybody back into the base. My goodness. My goodness. We're working on item storage, but let's get some food storage going and see if we can get our food work automated. It's probably going to be a little buggy for a bit, but I'd at least like to get the jobs set up and settled in. Storage, food store, a general extra small storage for all cooked or processed food items. Characters can come here to get food when they need it. Stores 10 units per stack. We'll put that right at the front door. If we stay here long enough, which I'm sure we will, I think these guys are probably settling in as tech hunters of the Waystation. We'll probably make this nicer in here. I like making these, I like making buildings like this look kind of like lived in. We'll put some partitions up and some places for the guys to hang out. But for now, it is just the bare essentials. We'll put some raw meat storage in the corner because I'm sure we're going to have that to deal with as well. And I don't think I need anything else in here. I don't think so. Alright, that indeed is all we need. Let's see what we need to build this stuff. We need 1 building material, which I think we have, and 1 more building material and an iron plate, which we do not have an iron plate, but we do have 2 building materials. Temperance, can you run before this place closes and see if they have iron plates? And Quill, why don't we get you started on building that, and we'll stick with Temperance. We'll see if they have 1 iron plate, and then we can store our food. Do you have iron plates? You do! Excellent. I will take 1 singular iron plate. We have 15,000 cats. I might buy some books while I'm here, too. I think I'm going to do that. We'll spend ourselves down to 12,000. That's good. 12,272 cats is fine. Let's get her back over by Quill, and they can build up this food storage. Alright, nice. Our raw meat storage is done, and I do indeed believe we are almost done with our... Did you guys give up on food storage? What are you doing? Get over here. Alright, and let's just make sure we do not have ditch items on. We do not. Good. Good, good, good. If you have not played this game before, there's a whole bunch of stuff inside of the AI tab that can help or hinder you, depending on how you like to play. But I typically turn off ditch items, and it says at the bottom, if they have nothing else to do, characters will automatically put any excess materials they are carrying into storage. This can help unblock the base AI when things grind to a halt from overfilled inventories. And basically what has to happen is you have to have storage. You have to have specific storage, not general storage. So, for example, we've got wood sticks in our inventory right now. And if I had wood stick storage, which we do down at the camp, Hammett, if I had ditch items on, literally right now, he would drop these sticks off, which is great. That's fantastic, and that's what it means when it says it can help when the base grinds to a halt, because what happens is if you put people on building, on engineer, and especially if you have more than one person doing it, which is often good to do, so people can build a bunch of things at once. Let's say you have 2 engineers, and they want to go build something that takes 1 wood stick, and so they both go run to grab 1 wood stick out of the stick pile, and then they bring it to build, but one person gets there first, they empty their inventory of the 1 wood stick they grabbed, and the other person is stuck with that wood stick now. If you turn on ditch items, they'll go drop it back in the wood stick pile. But the reason I like to turn it off is because my scout team is very often filled with food, so they can go scouting. They're filled with a whole bunch of food and supplies. They take stuff with them. They take med kits and food and all sorts of stuff, and ammo and all sorts of things. But if you put on ditch items, they will quite literally ditch all that stuff in the blink of an eye, which can be kind of a pain in the butt. You have to try to like run them away really quickly out of the range of your base so they don't ditch stuff, or turn the ditch items on and off. But either way, that's my hot tip of the day. Turn off ditch items if you don't want to deal with that stuff. Turn it on when you know what you're doing. Okay. We're still working on item storage. It's too dark for us to do anything. I think we're going to let these guys rest for the night. Anybody that doesn't have a job to do can sit down. These are not appropriate seats yet. We're going to build them some stuff to sit on so they actually will sit when idle. But everybody else should actually have something to do. Maybe? Yes? No? No. Alright. Alright. It is very dark. Kind of dangerous, but this is literally why you put lights at your traps, because now I know where the traps are. We're gonna have Shimazu. I'm going to force him to grab these bat rats. Sometimes they'll grab them on their own, sometimes they won't. Sometimes automation inventory, especially with modded objects, can get a little messy. Sometimes not. Alright, we're gonna leave that as it is. Shimazu should now do the things that are on his job list, and he will indeed do those things. Beautiful. We're going to go back up to Tetsuya, and we might throw a general storage up here. I'm also going to throw another light in this corner, just so we can see while we're in here. A little dark in here. We'll throw lights in the corners. Beautiful. Done. We'll throw them up here, too. Done and done. And let's take a look at some item storage. What do we got? It's late at night, but we've got stuff we can do. We've also got lights, which is nice. Look at that. How pretty. They're just hanging out on the rooftop, watching the night. We're gonna get these lights built, and we'll let them while away the night hours. Oh no! Oh no! Carthaginian, are you out here alone? Carthaginian senses some kind of danger. Oh, we've got rebel farmers. Shimazu and Carthaginian, why don't you guys stand up and see if you can defend yourselves? Oh, how I hate doing it. Come on, guys, fire. Oh, you both miss! Beautiful. Oh, shit. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. They come out of the woodwork back there. Oh, my goodness. That was very scary. Good Lord. Okay. All right. We're going to back up a bit. We're going to take these guys up to the Waystation and hope that we can hold out up there. Good Lord. That is like some hillbilly stuff. That is very scary. That got me good. All right. let's get Karthikeyan and Shimazu up in the darkness out of here. I think Tetsuya is trying to come help. We're gonna stop him. He built a torch post. We're gonna run. Oh no, are we going too slow? Why are we so slow? Are you carrying stuff? What do you got? Why are you so slow? Get out of your inventory. Tetsuya, you're fine. You guys are just slow because of your weapons. It's okay. We're gonna let these guys run and hopefully they don't get hurt. We're just gonna let them go on their own. They're gonna run. Run into... Oh, somebody got hurt. Karthikeyan. Karthikeyan got hurt. Karthikeyan, you got this. I believe you. I believe in you. You can get inside into the... Ooh, no, you can't. Can you make it? Can you make it? All right, we may have to take people out here. I do not want to fight out here. I do not want to do that. I very much want you to fight inside. See, and this is why. This is why. Because the team can come help. Alright, we're going to get Karthikeyan inside. He's feeling okay. And we're going to get the scout team down here and we're going to help out. Oh my god, scout team. We're going to stay with Karthikeyan. He's not feeling too well. He's got people hot on his tail. Hot on his tail. Why don't you return fire on that guy? And let me grab the scout team. I accidentally told him to go outside, but we're going to stay right here. We're going to get everybody laying in on this. Oh, you ran right into my base? How dare you? How dare you? Alright, we're going to get these guys fully attacking. Where's Quill? Please do not shoot. Do not shoot tech hunters under any circumstances. Oh, I think Temperance just got shot. Did she drop? She dropped. Holy Jesus Christ. I think fucking one of these guys shot Temperance by accident. Good God. Alright. Temperance got dropped. My goodness. Where's the camp team? Where are you guys? You're still fighting? It's okay. Keep fighting. Karthikeyan, where are you going to shoot? Oh, okay. It's coming out here. Shimazu got down. Shimazu, why are you all the way out of here? They're probably running back to the camp. I got a little nervous when I saw Temperance get dropped. I got a little nervous that she was not going to be okay. Shimazu is dying. We are going to have Karthikeyan come first aid him. Oh, we got Tetsuya standing right next to him, so we're going to first aid Shimazu, make sure he survives. My goodness. My goodness. That's what we get in the darkness. Temperance, did you make it? Are you okay? She's alright. She's slightly injured. My word. Alright. That could have gone better. Turned into a little bit of a cluster F, but that's fine. Karthikeyan, why don't you first aid yourself? Karthikeyan can head back down to the camp. That's just fine. Hammett, you grab Shimazu. And let's bring Shimazu into the Waystation. We're gonna put him in a bed. We might just bring him over to the we'll bring him over to the bar, put him in a real bed. Rather than putting skins down in the base. Alright, Temperance is gonna take a nap. She got pretty darn banged up. Almost lost an arm there, my goodness. I'm thoroughly certain she got shot by one of our own. We're gonna check in on these guys. Shimazu is asleep. That is good. We want him to be sleeping. He got hurt pretty like Temperance's arm. She'll be fine. Let's see what the rest of these guys are doing. Tetsuya is researching. That is good. That's what we want him doing. Karthikeyan is chopping wood. He doesn't really need to be doing that. He's probably out here basically baiting people into attacking him. Alright, Karthikeyan is a little bit hurt, but he's okay. He's just fine. He's kind of sort of baiting more rebel farmers to come bother him, but there's work to be done, and I guess he feels like it needs to be done, so he's going to sit here and finish cutting up these bat rats. While Shimazu heals. Oh my goodness, Shimazu's holding his head while he heals. Poor dude. He'll probably be fine in the morning. Same with Temperance. I'm sure she'll be okay. Hammett says, I wonder how my brother is doing. I should pay them a visit someday. Where's your brother, Hammett? We'll take you out to see your brother. We gotta keep our eyes and ears open. See where his brother is. Well, either way, these guys have had a pretty tough day, but we're gonna let them while away the night in the bar, and we'll pick up with them in the morning if nothing else too exciting happens. Alright, these guys made it through what was a surprisingly quiet night. No one else got up. off the ground to continue fighting, so we're going to head out to the camp and trade a weapon with Carthaginian, and then we'll take stock of how everybody's doing. Temperance, not so great. Carthaginian took a nap in the middle of the night. He's doing a little better. And how's Shimazu? His head still hurts. We're going to give Carthaginian a better sidearm. We're going to go trade in these rusty old pieces of junk, and I'm just going to walk over here with Quill, because I thought I heard someone talking over here, and I want to make sure Carthaginian does not get hurt. We might pick up Temperance if her arm is good enough to hold a weapon. We'll wait till her arm's at 50. We might do like a run around the camp just to make sure everything's safe, but it seems alright for now. We'll go sell these weapons. And in all the commotion, I forgot that we picked up a bunch of books as well. Got a little distracted getting Carthaginian set up, but I think I was saying we picked up a bunch of books so we could do some more research. We're going to go drop those off in the research bench. Oh, look at this. What is this? Slave hunters. Ugh. Well, the tech hunters don't seem to care. Alright. We're going to leave it alone. We might move that dead body away from our from the front of our building there. And let's see what research we have. What do we have? What do we get? 5 books? I thought I got 6. Why would I get 5? Whatever. We could learn the next level of tech. We could build a lookout tower at our camp. That'd be very interesting. Herb foraging. For 6 books, I might actually do that. I might buy another book and do some herb foraging. I might do that. We're gonna go take Quill. There's already harpoons firing. All right, good. They calm down. We're gonna go buy some books. All right, we're gonna learn indoor lighting, and we're gonna need small wind generators for the roof. I think that's a blueprint. Whatever. We're gonna learn wind generator theory for now. That is just fine, and we'll let Tetsuya get to work there, and we're going to go take a look outside at what the commotion is. Temperance, how you doing? Why don't you stay in bed, Temperance? We got this under control. United Cities as a slave, and who's out here fighting? It is slave hunters. All right. We're going to attack unprovoked from here. Hammett, back up. And go ahead and attack this guy. Wakai Zumi, attack unprovoked. Oh! Come on, Hammett. No, Hammett, you have a sidearm, don't you? Did I accidentally sell your sidearm? Whoops. Alright, Hammett, back up. Back up. Hammett! Hammett! Do not be trying to fight without a weapon. Fight at range. Beautiful. I'm free. I was just going to go unlock his shackles. But if he's going to be a jerk about it, I guess we'll leave him. There's a United Cities just yelled, I'm free. We're going to first aid this tech hunter. And we might go see about unlocking that United Cities shackles. We don't want to see anybody... Oh, Jesus. What is happening? Why are these tech hunters fighting everybody? Why are you fighting everybody? There's no law that says you have to fight everybody. Alright, they're leaving that slave hunter alone, though. They just went after that one for some reason. Alright, whatever. My god, this is at least as chaotic as I thought it was going to be, if not more so. I kind of knew this was coming. But so be it. So be it. It was a path I knew they had to take. But I think with that, this is where we're going to leave it. These guys have thrown in with the tech hunters at the Waystation. We've got ourselves a home base that is getting underway, and we have started to make enemies alongside of our new friends, the tech hunters. When we come back, I guess we're going to continue to see what chaos unfolds at this Waystation, but we'll do that in the next episode. So subscribe for more Kenshi, and I'll see you next time.